everybody, it's Lyn from Lyn's Crafts Designs. Today I've got, this is a little bit haul video, a little bit demo video, a little bit giving it some color video. I'm going to start off with, obviously, the haul part. Now this one is just the Stamperia, Octoman mold, or whatever it's called. I didn't get that mold out to show you. But that's that one. These are this, Sugarveil mold, that I got off of Amazon. Got an affiliate link down below. This one is the same thing, not a Sugarveil, but it's also off of Amazon. Really, really cool mold. And as you'll see, it's a semi-firm, clear silicone mold. Real easy to demold. This one's same thing, real easy to demold. The wings are from one of the Finnebar molds. I also didn't get that one out. Not even sure what it's called, but it also is in my Amazon shop. This one, this lion mold right here, is, I got it from AliExpress, actually, which of course takes a long time to get, but it was really cheap. So that's why I ordered it. I just wanted to see if it was worth it. Now, I do have one in my Amazon shop, but there's only one available. So once it's gone, I'm sure once it's gone. This Cameo, which I don't even know where I got it at. I've got a few Cameos in my Amazon shop. Also, just one available. And they're not this one. So I'm sure if you go to AliExpress, you can find lots of different Cameo molds. I'm sure if you go anywhere, you can find lots of Cameo molds. That was everything. Alright, so I'm going to show you what I did to a few of them. I just absolutely love this. It really looks like it's made of wrought iron or steel, like it just would go right on a gate. I used the Finnebar rust pastes and some of the Artisan powders and a little bit of Finnebar's wax. Same thing with this one. Love that. So cool. I love the texture in this mold. It's like the rust is built right in. So cool. Alright, so I'm going to start these out by painting them with black gesso. But I just want to show you a few more. This is the lion face with resin. This is it with paper clay, and actually it looks much more detailed in the paper clay, and I don't know if that's just because I haven't painted it black yet. Now of course it does stand up more from the resin, and it's a little more flattened out with the paper clay, but other than that, it's so cool. I can't even believe they're from the same mold. Alright, the Cameos. This one is polymerclay. So much detail. It's unreal. It's almost like it would look as if it was a carved original. So pretty, so much detail. Now this one is a resin pour that I had just poured the last out of my cup, and it didn't completely fill, but I'll still use it. Alright. Oh, this is from the keyhole mold. That is an IOD Prima mold. I think I've got it in my Amazon shop, but I'm not sure if it's still available. You just have to check. Alright. This one is also paper clay. So, let's get started. This one right here that I didn't mold first, I may or may not show it to you. The reason I got it is because I'm always looking for things that you can do feet for boxes and stuff. And I know if you take one of these, say it's in paper clay or something, and you fold it on an angle, it would make a great box foot. So that is my plan for that one. It is actually a little large, but I was looking for something large for larger projects. So always keep in mind these corner type pieces would make great feet depending on what you mold them with. Alright, so I'm going to paint these black with my black gesso, and then I'll be back. Okay, sorry if you can hear the air conditioner, but it's hot today, so. Now I've got the amazing casting resin, and I thought I would just show you a quick demo. This is the one, the quick set, the cures in 10 minutes, and it turns white. Okay, because I have filled this mold up before, I know that 6 drams on the dram side will fill up the mold. So 3 and 3, because this resin is equal parts. So there's a mark halfway between the 2 and the 4. And always put the lid back on, because if you mess the lids up and switch them, it will resin the lid down. Don't ask me how I know. Okay. Six drams. And your pot time is pretty low, so stir it up quickly. At first it'll turn cloudy, and then as you'll see, it'll start to turn clear again. But it's still got a little swirl to it where you can tell it's not quite stirred all the way. Alright, now it's gone away. Alright, I'm going to turn my stick perpendicular to the edge of the cup, and that will create a very fine pouring stream. Now, I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to kind of press where his headpiece is, because that sometimes doesn't want to. fill up. Okay, I'm going to kind of coax it a little bit. Turn the mold around. And finish the pour. Two tiny little drops on my desk. Alright, now we'll just sit for a minute and watch that as it starts to cure. Now, you can see it's already starting to turn white. Where the resin is thickest, it will cure first. I know that sounds weird, but since it's a chemical cure, that is what happens. Alright, so I'll be back in 10 minutes with this when this is ready. Okay, I always leave my cup with the stick stuck inside of it, so you can pull the resin right out. And there it is. Then I'll just pull the leftover off the stick, throw it in my trash can, and then I can reuse the stick at least once more and possibly several more times. Alright? So, I saved this just so I could show the demolding. For those of you who like to watch. Just break it away from the edges. When I say break it away, I just mean break the bond. And as you can see, it's already starting to rise up. That's how easy these demold. But as you can see, once again, there was a little bubble in the nose. And I can't really tell about the piece on the forehead because I don't know what it looks like when it's done right. I know what it's supposed to look like. But anyway, there it is. Now, it's an unlevel mold, as in it's thicker on the top edge than it is on the bottom. It's just how the mold is made. Okay, I've got the black gesso on. I'm going to start with this greenish colored one. I've got the Rust Effect Paste by Prima. It's a Finnabar product. And I'm going to start with, I've got all the sets. I am going to start with the Moss. I don't know what set this is from, but it's the one I'm going to start with. It's a greeny, it's a moss color. So I'm just going to tap it on. And I am going to do the sides and everything. Interior right here is a little difficult. Okay. I'm sorry that it has been a hot minute since I was able to post anything. We had a little tragedy or hiccup in our little small world here. I know that all of you have a little bit of concern for this, but Predator, my fish, who we've had for like 13 to 14 years, passed away the other day. So we only have the sucker fish now, so we don't know what we're gonna do. It's like a 150-gallon tank with just a sucker fish in there, like a 14 or so inch long sucker fish. So it'll take a little more thinking. Alright, I'm gonna let this tack up just a little bit. Now I want it to be tacky because I'm gonna add this rust color now. I'm going to say that I try to follow the prescribed method for using these rust paste, and that is to spray a little bit of water before you put the lid on, and that helps maintain the moisture. So I know that the color doesn't really match right now. But I'm gonna fix that. Okay, just a little bit of that rust color. You don't want to obliterate that moss color. Okay, I realize they don't look anything alike right now. Okay, it's dry to the touch. And I'm going to add some of this memory hardware in the French sage. And I'll add a link below where you can get this from. Because I had to look. Well, this is not one of the new colors I got. I've had this forever, but I had to look where to buy the new stuff. The new colors. The new to me colors. I'll get it right eventually. Alright, it's got a perforated cover on it, just like makeup, so you only get the tiniest bit, because that's all you want. Alright, then I'm just going to start by attempting to go around the edges a bit. Now you can see where that yellowy green color comes from. Okay. Now I want to kind of brush away the excess. Okay, and then last but not least, Last but not least, this metallic vintage gold wax, also by Prima. It's a Finbar product as well. And although sometimes I do use it with a brush, and you want to cover the valleys, so to speak, I'm going to use my finger this time. And I only want a tiniest touch. So that it maintains that kind of weathered kind of look. And then there you go. These two hinges that I absolutely adore. These will be so gorgeous on a book. And I add just a little bit more of the gold on the first one. Just a touch. There we go. Alright, there is the green, let's say the Patina green brass. What it kind of looks like to me. Now, this mold that I believe I just bought from, I don't remember if I bought it from AliExpress. And it was just a couple of bucks, but on Amazon they have the Funhouse, or I'm not sure whether it's Sugarvale or Funhouse, but anyway, it's like $36, and that was after I already had purchased it. But it's just because of this coronavirus craziness. So I suggest either waiting till all this passes by, or waiting for shipping. So, it's a great mold though. I just think 36 bucks is a bit ridiculous for something this size and complexity. I mean, the molds from Prima are, you know, and less than 20 bucks, 19 or something. So anyway, great mold. I just had to wait for it to be delivered. It was like nearly 2 months, but it was well worth it. Alright, so next we're going to do these, it's a Faux Steel. Another really nice effect. Okay, to do the steel one, I started out with this Rust Effect paste that's just called gray. Don't know why I had to put my glasses on to read that, but... And then this one is called Cool Gray. So, starting with the gray, which is going to need a little squirt of water. Okay, now y'all saw how dry it was. I just put a little bit of acrylic medium. Maybe a half a teaspoon. And 8 or 10 more squirts of water. Alright, so I'm just going to give this a coat of which you won't be able to see much because it's nearly the same color. But it won't be once it's dry. And this first little bit of brush on, I'm just literally brushing it on. Okay, now I'll begin pouncing it just a bit. Okay, and now you can see the difference between it and just the black gesso. Now this blue gray, I've used a little bit more recently. Okay. Now, I'll just let that dry till it's in a tacky state. Okay, now this is the Vassarou Black. I don't speak French, so I'm sorry if I'm messing it up completely. Again, this is just a really soft, it actually with an eyeshadow brush that came in a pack of several brushes. Never been used for makeup, but okay, same thing. I'm going to start with the edges. Give the top a little touch. It really won't stick. Well, I say it won't stick. It sticks to everything, dry or not. But it really won't stick as well to where the paint is completely dry. That's why I said to the tacky state. Okay, then I've got the old silver, which is a metallic wax by Prima. It's from the Finnabar line. You'll see this is what it looks like when it comes in the jar, other than where it was stuck to the lid. But it does come together when you start using it with your fingertip and stuff. Okay, and as you'll see on this one, I really did a light touch with the silver. Let's see if I can do that again. There we go. Makes a really nice faux steel effect. Alright, that's just how you can use some mixed media products on your polymer clay that are fully compatible and just give you really great results. Now, I could do the same thing with Swelligant, but I was just trying to show you how to use another product that many of you may have. Alright, this one is just one of these. Alright, this one is the antique brass or the antique gold, vintage gold, and this one is the other one. This one has the Patina Artisan powder. As you can see, it really gives a great effect. It really sticks, and once it sticks, it's permanent. Okay, so let's try the white gold in the metallic wax. When I'm putting the wax on my finger, I'm actually putting it on the side so that I can get in some of those details a little bit better. I want to get in that neck area as best I can. There we go. Okay, don't forget the edges. If you want, I don't think I did it on the others. But I will probably go back and add just a little bit more. Alright, there is the white gold. Okay, and let's see what color we can add. This is one of the new ones I got, which is French blue. Just the tiniest bit because this color is really rich. Okay. Now again, we'll give it a little bit of brush off. And we may actually go back and add a little bit of the white gold again. There we go. I really like the look of that. Okay, let's see them all together. Maybe with the one that we didn't add Artisan powder to in the middle. So really good contrast, and all three of them are acceptable to me for a King Tut headdress. Alright. Okay, on these last three, I've done a hint of green, but when you paint it on over the black gesso, I mean, stunning. It's so pretty. So, I couldn't bring myself to do anything to that one. So this is the brass hardware. And I did use the French sage on this one, which is also what I used on this hinge. And it gives you an idea of the really vast array of difference as you can get with this. Okay, so the brass hardware, let's see. I really don't like this brush. Let's go with like this. It's still a little too soft for my liking, but just for a little dry brushing over the top, just to bring back out some more of that brass look. It's really more of a copper look to me, but okay, and you can see I'm going in all directions just to try to fan out a little bit more of that paint so I don't have any harsh paint lines. Okay, that's really pretty. Alright. That'll make a really knockout focal point for a journal cover. So, on this last one, that is the brass patina effect, which is a kind of weird calling it a patina effect because it doesn't have any of the granular particles in it. So this last one, the diver's helmet, I'm going to use the Trianon patina. We're going to start with the collar part. A little bit in the shadow area. Okay, we'll leave that for just a minute. And I'm just going to grab a cleaner brush. Now, I would probably wear a mask while doing this. There is quite a bit of the powder blowing around in the wind, so to speak. But I'm not much of a do what I say kind of person. Alright, now I'm gonna just go over it with a bit of this dry brush. Patina paint. Patina effect paste.